Have you or anyone you know ever got their account online hacked? If so, you know how much trouble that can create. Today, I want to show you how you can use two-factor authentication or 2FA to make your life online a little bit more safe and secure. But what is 2FA? Well, it is an added layer when you log in to an account. The first factor is your ID and your password. With two-factor authentication, you add a second layer. There are different levels of 2FA you can use. The simplest, but not the safest, is to have it set to email or text message, or what you sometimes see being called push notification. That just means that when you try to log into your account, you get sent either an email or a text message, or maybe a push notification that says, "Is this you trying to log into this account? Click this link," or your answer yes on your phone. To make it a little bit more secure, you can use a third-party two-factor authentication app. And there are many out there. But choose wisely. I started out using the Google Authentication app until I realized that if someone get their hands on my phone and I use the Google Authentication app, I have given them access to everything, because the Google Authentication app don't have a login system. You just click on the app and open it, and there you have all the codes, all the tokens as they are called, needed to log into all my account if you have my ID and my password. So now I am using a two-factor authentication app called Authy. The reason for that is, one, I have it set up so to open the app on my cell phone, I have to use my fingerprint. The second reason is that they have a built-in backup system, and this is very important, because when you set up your 2FA with an authentication app, that is connected to your specific device, to this specific phone. So if I get a new phone and maybe think that I can just install the two-factor authentication app on the phone and go on using it, I will soon realize that that doesn't work because it's connected to this phone. When I realized that I didn't want to use the Google app anymore, I had to go into every account that I have connected to my 2FA and delete the connection I had set up and reconnect it to my new app. So be careful when you choose your 2FA app. There is another level of security you can choose, and that is by using a physical key. This looks like a little USB key that you have and physically put into either your cell phone or your computer, and it has to be present for the authentication to work. I don't use that because many of the accounts where I am logged in don't have this enabled. And talking about what accounts that uses two-factor authentication, I found an interesting website that I want to share with you right now. 2fa.directory. What this is a website that shows you in different categories, as you can see, what accounts that use two-factor authentication and at what level. So I can either go into a specific area here like banking, or I can search for something that I want to know if they have 2FA. But let's take a look at banking. You would think that banking online had all kinds of secure message. But if we look here, we have SMS, that's the text message, phone call, email. Hardware token is this physical key that you use, or software token, that is when you use an app on your phone or on your computer. So if it's green, they have some kind of 2FA. The first one here just have by text message, and if you go down, Bank of America, for example, have text message, email, and the physical key to choose from. But if I continue scrolling here, you see there are banks that don't have any type of two-factor authentication, which is a little bit surprising, I must say. So how do you go about to set it up? Well, first of all, if you want to use your authentication app on your phone, you have to find an app that you think will suit your needs. In my case, I chose an app called Authy. After you have downloaded your app on your phone, you go to, if it is a social media account, you go to your account. And in this case, I have, before I started filming, taken off my two-factor authentication for my Facebook account, just so I can show you. I go up to my account setting and privacy. I go into settings, go to security and log in. Halfway down, we have two-factor authentication. Next to that, use two-factor authentication, we have edit. So I click edit. We can use 3 methods on Facebook. I can use to receive a text message. I can use a physical security key, one of the few social media accounts that have that. Or I can use an authentication app. And that is what I recommend you do. So all I have to do to set it up is use authentication app. It opens a window with a QR code and a longer authentication code that I can use. In some social media apps, you will see that you might not have the QR function. You have to add them manually, as it is called. Then you copy this long series of numbers and letters and paste it into your authentication app. So all I have to do now is to take my phone and click add account, and it says scan QR code. So I hold my phone up towards the screen, click scan QR code, and as soon as it finds it, adds it to my phone. And as you can see, with this specific app, it added the logo, it entered my account nickname, and I click save. Now it shows a code here. And the first time you do this, you have to click continue. Some apps say next. And then you have to add the code you got on your app and click continue again. And now it says two-factor authentication is on. So I just click done. I hope this will help you be a little bit safer when you are online. Until next time, hej då!